Hello, everyone. Good morning, dear authors and invited guests. Welcome to Technical Session 5A. Myself, Karthik Bharadwaj, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Solistic LLP, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the Third World Conference on Information System for Business Management ISBM 2024, Bangkok, Thailand. The third edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event is organized today in Bangkok, Thailand, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today and tomorrow, that is 12th and 13th of September 2024. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive session throughout the day. In this session, we have 6 presentations. Each presenter will be given 12 minutes for their presentation and 3 minutes for question answer round. There is another request to all the participants to stay connected with us till the closing remark. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in the chat box. Just before we get started, I would like to introduce you all with today's session chair, Dr. Swati Nikam. Dr. Swati Nikam has total 20 years of teaching experience in computer engineering and working as Associate Professor of Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Engineering in Pimpri-Chinchwad College of Engineering and Research. Her research areas are cyber physical systems, information security, Internet of Things. She has published more than 30 plus research papers in reputed international journals and conferences. I request ma'am to kindly address our participants.
I wish everyone all the best for this research journey, and I'm very excited to hear all about.
Ma'am,
Audible, but the thing is, your voice is too low actually.
Now, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Karthik, for nice introduction. And I wish you all the best, all the participants, all the researchers. And I'm just waiting to hear from all of you. So I wish you once again all the best, and I congratulate you as you have participated in this, repeated conference. Yeah. Thank you, Karthik. Thank you.
thank you, ma'am, for such kind and motivated words. Now, let's move towards the first presentation of the day. For the first presentation, I would like to call Sumit Jadhav for the paper title Alumni Portal for Rototrack Club of RSCOE. I request presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Hello, Karthik. I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible to us.
Okay, should I share the presentation?
Yes, sir, you can share your screen now.
Just a minute. Karthik, is the presentation visible properly?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible to us.
Okay, thank you. So good morning to the respected chair of the conference, Dr. Swati Nikam ma'am, and all the presenters, authors present here. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to present at ISBM conference, Bangkok. So basically, the topic for the paper is Alumni Portal for the Rotaract Club of RSCOE. Rotaract Club of RSCOE. RSCOE is basically a college from Pimpri-Chinchwad, Pune. So basically, the Alumni Portal for Rotaract Club of RSCOE is a web-based platform that aims to strengthen the relationship between the college students and alumni as well as Rotaractors. Basically, it's an alumni portal which will help the students who are not getting placed at because of the recession or any kind of technical issues or any kind of gaps that is present between their education or many more reasons. Thus, the alumni portal will serve as an intermediary between the alumni as well as the students. This portal will also serve as a knowledge sharing platform where alumni can share their professional experiences and insights with the current students. Through this portal, the club offers to foster a sense of community and belonging among its students, both past and current. Basically, Rotary clubs or the Rotary Club aims for the social activities, for the social well-being, as well as supporting each other in their club as well as the community. So as a part of the social activity, we have created a platform where the students uh, can find their way for the career and help each other in a mutual way. So the motivation behind this was the social activity that we need to do as a part of our lifetime. And today in this era or these recent 2 to 4 years, we find that many students struggle to find relevant jobs opportunities internship after the graduation. This results into stress and anxiety. Thus, the college alumni network is a valuable resource that can provide them guidance, support, and professional connections. As well as by creating this alumni portal, the college can provide a platform for alumni to connect with each other and offer support to current students. This will not only help the students but also help the alumni in the mutual way, because as the alumni also find out the skill set in the people, or the basically they can give a hand in hand to their juniors or the colleagues that are present in the college. So the problem statement was alumni portal for Rotary Club of RSC. Talking about the alumni portal is not only the web-based platform where we can connect the students and the alumni between uh, students and the alumni, but it is also an platform where the students can predict their placements according to the preparation they have done. Likewise, for this purpose, we have done a literature survey where we have analyzed various papers, like from the web-based to the machine learning and many more. So different papers are student alumni job portal, and this paper was uh, basically summarized in the 2 to 3 lines, is that the authors observed that there is a gap between students and alumni which could be bridged by a job portal, and they also noted that such a portal could simplify the recruitment process. So it can be a very helpful way to it could be a very helpful way for the students and alumni as well as the college recruitment team to be to serve to use this platform and serve the students as well as the alumni. So there are various papers that we have researched for this purpose. So what's different from these papers and what we are creating today? So the basic and the most important difference is that we have seen that the existing systems are the individual systems, like the placement portal is the another scene, the alumni portal is the another module, the alumni student portal with placement is another project. Basically these all, that the placement portal, alumni portal, alumni student portal with placement analyzer, placement automation, these are all different kind of projects. But what we are going to try in this project, or with what we are going to do in this project, is that we are integrating all the three things in one thing, in a one project, like the alumni portal, placement portal, and placement prediction portal, where this whole website will not only be the forefront of the particular club, but will also be the place where the students and the alumni can interact with each other, where the college faculty and the students as well as the alumni can interact with each other, as well as we are going to consider more than 20 parameters for the placement prediction, where the students will be asked to give an assessment test, and according to the data that we have collected from the previous students, and based on this data, we are going to predict the placement of the student, like in the terms of percentage, what likely what you're going to be placed by how much skill is required basically to get placed, and what sort of things are remaining to be done, what should be the improvement, and all these things. So these are some points that we have highlighted from the existing team and what we are going to do in our proposed system. Along with this, to have a handy handy kind of platform. So we are going to implement a chatbot or a virtual assistant where we can propose that is proposed to give the answers to the advanced point, that is a resume building, which kind of internship should I get, depending on this on the previous uh, knowledge of the people or of the students. We have seen that the LinkedIn is the kind of platform where the students can upload their experiences, their profile, everything is available. So similar kind of and the relevant jobs are shown to the LinkedIn uh, students. So therefore, the chatbot will help the students to basically link to the alumni, where the students can find the internship of their own domain, or the chatbot will give the information related and the relevant to their domain. So some are the observations from the literature survey. We have seen that by reading and studying the research papers, we have found that the students are facing placement issues, and the existing solutions are basically not integrated well into one platform to serve as a whole one, but they are segregated into various different projects. So we are going to try to integrate all these things in one project uh, as much as possible, where we can develop an algorithm that matches students with job opportunities posted by alumni based on their skills, interest, and qualification. We can improve data security and privacy because alumni portal contains confidential details of industrialists as well as professionals and students. Student data can be segregated according to the stream and would be available to alumni or industrialists according to the demand. So the main constraint that we have put over here is that alumni or the students cannot contact to the alumni just because of the uh, privacy and the privacy of the alumni, because there are various different industrialists, business professionals that are engaged in the Rotaract team activity. So there should be a barrier between the students and the alumni. Thus, there is an admin where he or she can control the request from the students and can direct it to the alumni. So the main aim of the Rotaract Club is to help Rotaractors in one or many ways. Social work is the one of the motto of the Rotaract Club, and thus, as a part of the society, to play to give something to the society, we are trying to do this in a technological way. Thus, I hope this can be a good platform where the students and alumni can interact. So basically, this is the system architecture of the project, where the students, alumni, and the placement prediction system are three modules. Students can request to the admin for contacting the alumni. Alumni can access the data of the students and everything else, and the data that is collected from the from the students and alumni, or the students only, depending on the data and the previous information and algorithm that we have set. The students will get the percentage of how likely they are going to be placed or not, and also they will be given the points that should, or the areas that they should improve. So basically, these are the three technological stacks that we are going to use. One stack that will be used for the development of the front end and the back end, data analysis for extracting the data insights from the data, machine learning that will be for the placement prediction system, which will be integrated using Python Flask API. So till now we have completed the 50 and 60% of the project, and we are likely to complete the project by end of the 2024. So after implementing the proposed system, we can ensure that it would work efficiently and can be used by a rotator of RSUI. Similar projects can be implemented by the training and placement cells, which are trying their best to connect with the alumni, or trying to improve their placements of the college, and it will surely help in one another way. The technologies used and the methodology to be implemented can give us assurance that system would give more accuracy than previously built systems. So thank you so much for listening me patiently. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, do you have any questions?
Yeah, thank you, Sumit, for the presentation.
Yes,
My
ma'am. Thank you. Yes.
my question is, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, you mentioned around 12 to 14 research gaps. So which one you are focusing in your project? I mean,
Which ma'am? I'm not understanding the question exactly.
yeah, you mentioned around 10 to 12 research gaps, right? So how you have
This ma'am.
limited your scope? Research gaps. I mean, what are the lackings? Okay,
Okay,
existing research. So which
yeah,
one you
yeah.
are focusing?
The main, actually, what happened, ma'am, according to the research that we have conducted, we have seen that the projects are basically not integrated in the one platform. Like, see, alumni portal is another part, then placement prediction is another part. So, what we have focused in our presenting on in the project that we are creating is that the alumni portal should be integrated in the same system, as well as the placement portal and the placement prediction system will be integrated with this system only. The placement prediction system will be in integrated using Flask API of Python.
Okay. Okay. So basically you're targeting for integration.
Yeah, yes.
And which prediction algorithms you have used so far?
Ma'am, we have used random forest, SVG, and there are many. Actually, this part is from the people from the machine learning background. I'm from the security part. So uh, the random forest SVG and two more algorithms that we have tested during this project. So the one that gives the most accuracy will be finalized for the project.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sumit.
So now we are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Abdulaziz Abdoni for the paper title Artificial Intelligence and the Financial Analyst Profession, a Literature Review. I request presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation. So he may be suffering from some network issue. It's okay, let's move towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Nadia Farooq Mir for the paper title Face Recognition by Sysmin Network using a novel distance function. I request presenter to kindly proceed with the presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, you can proceed with your presentation.
All right. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, the screen is visible to us.
All right. The only source of knowledge is experience, and the only source of experience, that is wisdom to achieve it. So in the realm of research, this rings perfectly true. Success is not merely acquiring knowledge. It requires the application of wisdom to unlock the doors of innovation. So the theme of the day, success is not given, it's owned. Respected dignitaries, organizers and audience, a very good morning to all of you. My name is Nadia Farooq Mir, and I am here to present the topic face recognition by Siamese network using a distance function. So first of all, I will start with introducing my topic. I'll move to the literature review and I'll state my problem, the motivation for this topic. I'll share some objectives for the topic, the requirements, the method, and the experimental detail. And finally, I'll conclude with the results. Now, coming to the introduction part, first of all, the biometrics. It refers to the unique biological characteristics of an individual that can be used to identify them. So one of the method is face recognition, which is non-intrusive as well. So for that, here we are using the Siamese network. As it is clearly seen from the figure, that it consists of subnetworks and they are both identical to each other. So what happens here, the Siamese network, it is used to find the similarity between the output by using the
Sorry to
contrast.
interrupt, ma'am, but your title page is only visible to us.
Just a minute. I don't know. It's not showing.
Yes, ma'am. Now it is visible.
All right. Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All
Now
right.
it
So
is properly visible.
shall I continue?
Yes, ma'am. You can continue from here.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right. So here, as it is clearly seen, the Siamese network consists of identical subnetworks and they are sharing the same weights. So it's used to find the similarity between the inputs of how much the two input pairs are similar to each other. Now coming to the face recognition technique means how the face recognition technique works. First of all, it's broadly divided into three main categories, that is detection, analysis, and recognition. In the detection part, what we are doing, we are having the image, so we find the face from an image, and then we move to the analysis part, which shows which just indicates the face prints, like the distance between the eyes, distance between the eyes and the mouth, and so on. And after that, the recognition part, that is identifying a person by comparing the faces that are already present in the different data sets. So the literature review part, this is the gist of some papers that are related to the Siamese network. It shows the evolution of neural networks that are being used for the same task, that's the face recognition. The second one here, that is the base paper that I have selected. So, having reviewed these existing literatures on my topic, it's clear that there are some challenges that persist. So, to address them, it led to one of the problem statement. So, now the problem statement, before defining that, I'll let you know about the current situation about the Siamese network. See, the Siamese network, it's gaining very interest and support for face recognition tasks. Why? Because it learns the similarity metrics and it can just be trained on very few labeled classes. So thus keeping in view the current situation and the advantages of the Siamese network, the problem that is stated as developing a robust and accurate recognition system. So that can be just work well even when the training data, means the training data set that on which we are training the Siamese network, that is very limited. Now, the motivation for this research topic is the Siamese network. First of all, it's having the simpler architecture as compared to CNNs, and also the number of parameters, they are less, thus reducing the computational cost. The time, that is also training time required, that is very less. And since it's having the architecture very simpler as compared to CNN, so it can easily be trained. And the Siamese network, the most important advantage of Siamese network, it focuses on the similarity relationships. So the objectives of this research topic is the modification of core function, like we can say the contrast to loss function, the distance function of Siamese network, that is to be changed for better image classification and need to improve the performance, even if we are having very limited amount of data, and enhancing the robustness to the variations. So the requirements, the CPU, GPU, and RAM, they significantly improve the performance. They speed up the training processes as well. So the CPU used here is Intel Xeon, the RAM is 12 GB, and GPU is NVIDIA K80 that's used here, and the software is the Python 3. Coming to the methodology, first of all, this is the workflow of how I started and how I reached at the end. First of all, I started with the literature review of the face recognition and the Siamese network. After that, after seeing after going through the literature gap, I just stated the problem and I defined the objectives and I selected the contrast loss function. And after that, after training my model on this contrast loss function, I just got the results and compared those results with the already results that are present. Now, this is the workflow of the proposed method that we are having the database. So it's the place where the testing and training data is stored. Now, the next step, it involves training the modified Siamese neural network. All right. So once it is trained, it's then tested by using the different test set. And after that, the final output of the process, which is summarizing its performance. Now I use the term modified Siamese neural network. What modification I have done? I have changed the contrast loss function, all right? So the contrast loss function, which involves minimizing the distance if the two pairs are similar and maximizing the distance if the two pairs are dissimilar. So here Euclidean distance along with the city block distance is used, which is used to, both are combined to form the hybrid distance, and the mathematical formula is written here. So thus it offers more accurate way to measure how similar or dissimilar the 2 points are, rather than just relying on only Euclidean or city block distances. Now coming to the experimental details. This is the Siamese network architecture. First of all, we are having two inputs, X0 and X1. We are feeding it to the Siamese network, means two sister networks that are sharing the same weights. And after that, we get the encodings, means the mathematical encodings that we get. And after, at the end of the Siamese network, what we do, we use the contrast loss function. So the contrast loss function that I have already stated. So we are using that formula, and this indicates whether the two points are similar to each other or not. So the data set that we use, that is the LFW, that's labeled faces in the wild. So it consists of almost 13,000 facial images, out of which we are having 5,749 people, and 1,680 people are those who are having two or more images in this data set. So this is the sample images. These are the sample images from the LFW data set. Coming on to the architecture of CNN that we used in the Siamese network, that is the VGG16. VGG stands for Visual Geometry Group. So here, from the figure, it's clearly visible what is the architecture of VGG16. The accuracy of VGG16 is 92.7%, and on the ImageNet data set, and that data set consists of almost 1.4 million labeled images. So here from the figure, it's seen that it consists of 16 layers, out of which the 13 convolutional layers are present there. And at the end, we have three fully connected layers. So the results, first of all, when I trained my neural network, I trained it through different distances, the Euclidean distance, the city block distance, and the hybrid distance. So these are the accuracy rates that I got. So once I combined the Euclidean and city block distance, I saw that there was a huge state-of-art accuracy increased due to the application of this hybrid distance. So this clearly demonstrates a very clear advantage over both Euclidean and city block distances. So this is a plot
Sorry
which
to
shows.
interrupt, ma'am, but you have 2 minutes to conclude.
All right, it's just. So this is just a distance function plot. So this is the second table which shows the already existing methods, and my method which shows that state-of-the-art recognition accuracy has increased from 95.62 to 95.90. So this is again the plot which shows the increasing spike. So to conclude, I'll say the Siamese network, it offers a viable alternative to CNN because CNN suffers from larger training times. So Siamese network, they are less researched. And also, if we use this modified Siamese network, we can increase the accuracy. So the future work is the benchmarking could only be done on this single database, and the amount of data that we are using, that's very limited. So for comprehensive benchmarking, we need to utilize a wider range of data set as well. So these are the references. Thank you all of you for listening.
Thank you, Nadira.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, do you have any questions?
Yeah. Thank you, Nadira,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
for a wonderful presentation. I
Thank
have
you,
two
ma'am.
questions. What is the challenge of Siamese network? I mean, what
One
is
of
the advantage?
the advantage of Siamese network is that its architecture is very simpler as compared to CNN. And the training time is also less, the parameters are less, so the computational cost is also very less.
And what about the disadvantages? Any
As such, there is not the huge disadvantage because it's in its earlier stage. The people are researching the area, so as such, there is not the disadvantage in this network.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we are moving towards the next presentation of the day. For the next presentation, I would like to call Jukyat for the paper title Forecasting the Creative Economy in Thailand Using Grey Forecasting Modeling. I request presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir. Your slide is
Okay.
visible
Thank you
to
so
us.
much. Thank you so much. This my topic I would like to present today is the forecasting the creative economy in Thailand using gay forecasting modeling. Okay. First of all, I would like to introduce some issue to conduct this research. Why I want to predict the creative economy? Because in Thailand we have the problem is we stay in the middle income gap long time ago, and the government would like to push the economy, Thailand economy, to out this gap long time ago. One of the things that is the creative economy, because now creative economy in Thailand is very important, and it play important role to drive economy in Thailand a lot. That's why I would like to predict the creative economy in Thailand in the future. What is going on? How we can know that in next 5 years. For example, what is the key issue to drive this economy in the future? And then this is a research question that is why we need to predict the creative economy in Thailand for next few years in the future. And in the literature review, we have a lot of scholars have done about the creative economy. For example, in Hawkins 2013, identified that is creative economy is very, very important for economy to develop, to drive economy in the future, because the creative economy is like a soft power, like mentioned that the capitalism, especially in the human resources, very important to drive economy. That's why the human resources is very play important role in the creative economy to develop, to create some activity to drive economy, some business based on the culture, based on the experience, based on the knowledge to drive business and job and company to make more potential to get the income or to get a profit for the future. This is a very important thing for the creative economy. And in this case, this research article would like to use the K model. The K model is very useful for a prediction in long term. Prediction is very important. It's very useful. Whenever we want to predict in long term, predict value, we can use the K model. The K model developed by the Dong Jurong in 1981, and then so many economists use this technique to predict in long-term prediction. And this is a very important thing for forecasting and to predict long term of the creative economy, especially in the long term trend in creative economy, what's going on in the future of the Thai economy. And then the data was used in this research article. We used the 15 creative economy sector in Thailand from the data from 2011 and 2018, and then predict in the future. This is a kind of the statistic summary of the creative economy in Thailand. We have 15 creative economy in Thailand. This is a kind of the descriptive statistic to show about the each of the creative economy in Thailand, what's going on in this data. This is like a subscript of the creative economy. This is all creative economy sector in Thailand. We have at least 15 and 16 creative economy sector in Thailand. For example, the first one is handicraft. We use the short name is HC, and music we use MS. Performing art we use a PA, representative of this sector, and all the sector here is main sector of creative economy in Thailand. And then, yes, this is a descriptive of the statistic for each of the creative economy sector. And then for the forecasting, for long-term forecasting, and this graph is show you about the long-term forecasting. The red line here is the data, historical data from 2011 until 2018, and then forecast in the future for the for this result show that in long term forecasting in creative economy is quite very good. Is the trend is increased every years. That is meaning that the creative economy in the future of Thailand can go up in terms of the trend go up, and in terms of the prediction is quite very good to see that the long term is increased every year. In long term prediction increase every year. Okay, the conclusion and policy recommendation is that the forecasting of the creative economy of Thailand represent the future of creative economy of Thailand for government or private sector or public sector need to emphasize, to support, and to prepare for the creative economy go up in every years. The public or private sector need to support in terms of knowledge, in terms of the funding, in terms of technology, in terms of the human resources development, especially how we can maintain the creative economy to be a main engine to drive economy in Thailand for the next future in Thailand economy. This is important for the policy recommendation that the Thai government or public sector or private sector, especially Thai government, need to develop the creative economy more than that, and help the creative economy can go up in sustainable for the future. This is a policy recommendation from this research result. Thank you so much for pay attention in my research article here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have one question. Thank you, sir, for the presentation. My question is, what are the prediction errors you come across?
The prediction error is quite maybe 10% error from my prediction from the gray model. So
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now we are moving towards the next presentation of the day. For the next presentation, I would like to call Patel Nirmal Rajnikant for the paper title Innovative Inventory Strategies Harnessing the EOQ Model in Operation Research for Demand Forecasting. I request presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Now, my screen is visible or not, sir?
Sir, your screen is visible.
Okay, okay. My audio is clear?
Yes, sir, your audio is clear.
Okay, thank you. Now, today's my topic is the innovative inventory strategy, harnessing the EOQ model in operation research for demand forecasting. Now, the EOQ model helps determine the optical order quantity that minimize the both holding cost and ordering cost. Now, today I will discuss about these topics. Abstract, introduction, research methodology, equation for research, operation research integration, innovative inventory strategies, practical implementation, result conclusion, and direction for the future research in the field. Now we see the abstract. Effective inventory management is a crucial for the business to maintain operational efficiency and meet customer demands while minimizing cost. The economical order quantity model has long been a consultant in inventory management, offering a framework to optimize ordering quantities and minimize holding cost. However, traditional EOQ models often overlook environmental consideration, focusing and on economical factors. In recent years, the importance of sustainability in business operations has gained significant attention. Balancing environmental concerns with economical consideration present a challenges for the business seeking to align their practice with sustainable principles. This paper explored the integration of the principle into the EOQ model to achieve a balance between environmental responsibility and economical efficiency. This is the mainly keyword of the environmental metrics, economics, optimization, data integration, and continuous improvements. Now we see the introductions. First of all, the research problem and objective. Now in today's rapidly changing business environment derived by technological advancements, innovative inventory management strategic are essential. This study addressed the critical need to optimize inventory level by harnessing the potential of the economical order quantity model. The EOQ model, a well-established tool in inventory management, is examined within the context of operational research and stock management to purpose novel strategy for demand forecasting. Now, the current challenges in inventory management with in today's evolving business environments, maintaining cost-effective and efficient supply chains poses significant challenges for the business. Traditional inventory management method may struggle to handle the complexity of modern supply chain, potentially leading to higher carrying cost and demand forecasting. This research aims to identify and address these challenges, providing insight into how the EOQ model can be creatively adapted to enhance inventory management practices. The objective of my research is the primary objective of this research are to evaluate the effectiveness of the EOQ model as a tool for enhancing demand forecasting within the framework of operation research. To assess the applicability of the EOQ model in managing the complexity of modern supply chain, focusing on improving forecast accuracy and reducing the carrying cost. Now we see the research methodology. The first of all, the method of the data collection method to address the research objective outlined in the abstract. A comprehensive data collection strategy was implemented. Primary data were gathered through structured interview with supply chain expert and inventory managers across derives the industries. This interview aimed to qualitative insight into current inventory management practices, challenges faced, and perception regarding the potential integration of the EOQ model. Additionally, qualitative data were collected from historical sales and inventory records, providing a robust data set for empirical analysis and validation. Now we see the EOQ model. This is the figure of conceptual framework of EOQ model integration equation for the qualitative data collection, for the historical data, correlation coefficient data. Now we derive the equation. Qualitative observation is equals to structure interview. This equation derived that the qualitative insight derived from structure interview with supply chain specialist and inventory supervisions. Also, second equation will derive the quantitative data is equals to past sale and inventory archives. Now, equation for operation research integration. This equation represents the integration of operation research incorporating qualitative, quantitative method and systematic approach to analyzing and implementing the EOQ model in dynamic environments. This equation provides a mathematical representation of the key technique and methodologies of the research methodology section. Now we derive the innovative strategies in innovative inventory strategy, drawing a proposal and inclusion of innovative inventory approaches. This is the building on the insight gained from the research innovative inventory strategy are proposed to the inventory levels. The strategy leverage the economical order quantity model within the framework of operation research to enhance demand forecasting. They might encompass dynamic inventory control mechanism, adaptable recorder points informed by real-time data analysis. Also, we discuss about the practical implementation in my paper. The examination of potential advantages for business and industrial underscores the transformative influence of the proposed strategy. These advantages encompass enhanced demand forecasting accuracy, decreased carrying cost through optimized inventory levels, and to market dynamics. Business stand to benefits from highest operation efficiency, better alignment with the customer needs, and a more cost-effective supply chain. Now we discuss about this result. The result is the section of innovative inventory strategy harnessing the EOQ model in operation research for demand forecasting provides a comprehensive overview of the key findings derived from the research. This figure is show that the finding section of present a through summary of the principal outcome obtained from the study. These findings stem from the investigation of innovative method of enhancing inventory levels through the utilization of the economical order quantity model, the significant comprehension the following essential component. This is exploration of the possibility of the EOQ model. Finding the underscore the reassessment of the EOQ model in view of issues and technological advancement. This entails evaluating how the EOQ model as a long understanding method in inventory management can be adjusted to address the changing challenges and opportunity arising in the dynamic business landscape. This is the figure number for EOQ model parameters and calculations. The direction for future research in the field. As the researcher conclude, it suggests several direction for future investigation in the field of innovative inventory strategy, further exploration of data analytics and emerging technology in the conjunction EOQ model could provide a deeper understanding of their collaborative potential. Additionally, further evaluating their effectiveness and adaptability. Investing in the long-term impacts and scalability strategy in the real-world application would contribute to the ongoing development of cutting-edge research demand forecasting instruments. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, do you have any questions?
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the presentation.
Yes,
My
ma'am.
question is, are there any challenges you came across during this research?
Yes, ma'am. Of course, this ensure that medical facility have the right amount of suppliers without overstocking, without reduce waste and stock outs. This model helps determine the optical occur quantity that's minimize both holding cost and ordering cost. This is the medical service provider often deal with the various medical suppliers like the gloves, bandage, and other disposal items.
Okay, and where is this best suited, this application for your research?
This is the best, the EOQ model in the service industry is a case study of hospital supply chain is the best method in the model.
Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now we are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Sithu Phyo for the paper title, The Impact of Human Capital Investment on Employee Retention Intention in Private Bank of Yangon, Myanmar. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation. Sir, you can proceed with your presentation.
Hello? Hello, do
Yes,
you
sir,
see?
you're audible to us and your screen is visible to us.
So very good. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Siddhi Pure from Chiang Mai University. Today, I'm going to present about the impact of human capital investment on employee retention intention in the private banks of Yangon, Myanmar. So let's get started. First and foremost, may I present the overview of my presentation. In my presentation, I'm going to include the motivation and research problem, the objectives of the study, literature review and research gap, concentrate framework and methodology, result in conclusion, and policy implementations and recommendations for the future research. Firstly, the motivation of the study. The banking sector in Myanmar has substantial employee turnover as a result of the fierce competition. Even while Binhart ETL recognize the risk of employee turnover, as a result, there is still a lack of research on the specific rates and the efficiency of the current retention techniques. So, the creation of the evidence-based strategies for keeping talent and promoting the long-term performance in the industry is hampered by this information backup. And this is the research problem. High employee turnover is a persistent challenge in Myanmar's private banking industry, particularly due to the intense competition. Despite the recognized importance of the human capital investment in fostering employee retention, there is a significant gap in understanding its impact on the banking sector in Myanmar. So the objectives of our study, the first objective is to examine the retention intention of the employees of the private banks in Yangon, Myanmar. And the second objective is to investigate which human capital investment activities significantly affect the employee retention intentions in Myanmar's private banking sector. Here is the summary of the literature review. Preparing for education helps employees learn new things, develop new skills, and increase productivity and make them stay in the company for longer. And training and development improves employees' performance, which also promotes employees' retention, particularly in program training systems where the training is targeted toward the employees' career advancement within the company. There exists a strong and favorable correlation between the salary and employee retention, as well as work-life balance, and employee retention. Existing research neglects the value of employer-provided healthcare benefits on employee retention intention. Here is the research gap. In terms of content, there is no existing study that explicitly examines how human capital investment affects retention intentions of the employees. This study fills this gap by thoroughly examining the impact of the various human capital investment activities, including work-life balance, training, support for education, higher pay, and health benefits on the retention intentions of the employees to stay with the company. In terms of context, as there is limited specific research to the private banking industry in Myanmar, conducting a study in this context would offer valuable insights into the unique opportunities and major challenges faced by the employees and the employers in the private banks of Myanmar. This is the concentrated framework of my study. Under the independent variables, there are 5 human capital investment factors, including education, training, salary, health benefits, and work-life balance, and 5 demographic factors, including gender, marital status, years of experience, status the employees are working at, and their current positions. And for the dependent variables, there is only one variable, which is the employee retention intention. In our study, employee retention intention implies the number of years that employees are willing to stay more with their current organization. And this is our research methodology. Our study is survey research with the primary data, which is quantitative in nature, and we apply the cross-sectional data collected at the one specific time point. And in terms of sample, the samples of this study are the employees working at the banking operations sector and the corporate sector of 3 private banks. Those banks are from top, middle, and lower tier banks in terms of the market share in Myanmar. And for the sample size calculation, we employ the Taro-Romano formula, as there are a total of 11,800 employees in 3 selected banks in Yangon, Myanmar. We collected 410 respondents in September 2023. And for the data analysis, we apply the cost proportionate hazards model, also known as cost regression model. The model's objective is to assess multiple factors' effects on survival simultaneously. This enables us to investigate how specific circumstances affect the probability of the event occurring, such as retention at a specific time. The formula of the cost regression model for this study is the hazards ratio is equal to the exponential of the summation of the product of each variable and their respective coefficients. Here, gamma naught is a baseline hazard rate, and beta I is the coefficient of each covariates or independent variables. The relative risk of an employee quitting their job in relation to a reference curve is represented by the hazard ratio and the context of the employee retention intention. This is the result of our data analysis. From the perspectives of the employees, the companies or the employer's investment on health benefits of the employees is the lowest, highlighted in color red, which is 2.54 in average, while the other factors have the average score of over 3. And the intended years for the employees to stay more with their current organization is 3.48 years in average. And this table is the cost regressions analysis of 10 covariates and their intended years to retain in the company. In this table, I would like to highlight column p-value and column hazard ratio. As we see in the table, highlighted in color red, salary, work-life balance, years of experience, and status have the significant hazard ratio. because they have the significant p-values at 95% confidence level or at the 5% significance level. So now it comes to the conclusion of the study. Among 5 human capital investment factors, salary and work-life balance have significant impacts on employee retention and tension. And for the demographic factors, employees working at the operation setup at the branch of the private banks are willing to stay more than the employees from the corporate sector. And furthermore, the more service years the employees have, the more willingness to stay more with their current organization. And here is the policy implementations for the companies and for the employers. Salary, work-life balance, years of experience, and sectors are the most significant factors that influence employee retention and tension. Therefore, employers from Myanmar should focus on improving these factors to retain the talents and their organizations for long. Besides, as salary, bonus, and incentives are suggested as the important things by most of the participating employees, it is recommended to review and modify the pay scales frequently to keep them in line and with market and industry standards. Additionally, employers should reward and acknowledge the staff members for their years of experience and dedication to the company. So this is the recommendation for the future studies. As the current study has certain limitations in terms of the secondary data, if the data are available, the longitudinal test should be employed to observe the retention rates and the changes over time in Myanmar. And the impact of human capital investments on employee retention and tension may be different across the industries in Myanmar. Therefore, future researchers are suggested to analyze the impact of the human capital investment factors on employee retention and tension in other industries in Myanmar as well. So it is also recommended to examine the reasons why the employees from the corporate sector have less retention and tension than the employees from the banking operations sector. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, do you have any questions?
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the presentation. My question is, are you considering any other parameters like, quotients, say satisfaction index, etc., or emotional quotient? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it is. Thank you for your suggestion. Actually, it is a good idea to consider the satisfaction of the employees. Of course, yes, I will definitely consider for my future research. But in this research, we mainly focus on the retention and tension, especially the number of years that employees are willing to more. And in terms of the satisfaction and some other business variables, there are some previous studies in Myanmar, but there is no specific research about the retention and tension. So that's why in our study we focus. But in our future, I will really appreciate and consider your suggestions to include other variables.
Yeah, I mean, the other researchers have not done, so even you can come up with a mathematical model, your own mathematical model, considering all this, and can come up with a final satisfaction index calculation. I mean, that can turn into some mathematical calculations. That is just a suggestion. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much,
Thank you.
madam.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now we are moving towards the closing remark. I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent presentation and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for your support during the third version and all the previous 2 versions of the conference. We'll be happy to have you in the 4th version in 2025. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have already forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ISBM 2024. I also thank our session chair, Dr. Swati, for chairing the session. Ma'am, this is a token of appreciation on behalf of the team, ISBM 2024 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. I request you, ma'am, to kindly address our participants.
Yeah, thank you, Karthik, and thank you all the participants for your wonderful presentation on such a wide areas. So I wish you all the best for your future research. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for such lovely words. Now, I request everyone to kindly turn on their cameras for a quick virtual snapshot of the conference. I request everyone to kindly turn on their cameras for a quick virtual snapshot of the conference. Wish you the best. Stay safe, stay connected. Meet you in the next version. Thank you, everyone.